Some of the boys were playing near the gate of the city, and they saw Evangelist talking to little Christian. They were not surprised at this, because they knew that strangers from the celestial city always talk to the children. But when Evangelist turned away and little Christian began to run across the plain toward the wicket gate, they all wondered where he was going. "Little Christian is running away," one of them cried. "He must be going to look for that celestial city," said another.
Hey, I have this rabbit.
You have to listen to the story. After we read this, we'll read one about the kittens. Okay. Then he will get lost," exclaimed a third. "We ought to go after him and bring him back." There were two boys named Obstinate and Pliable, who knew little Christian very well. They were older than he was, but the three had often played together. Obstinate was not a pleasant companion, for he loved to have his own way. Oh, girls, listen. And Pliable used to give in to them for the sake of peace. Little Christian did not care much for either of them, but he liked Pliable the best. "We must make him come back," said Obstinate. Girls, listen. You two. Listen, Ava. Listen, Miriam. "Come along," said Pliable. "I will go with you." So the boys set off, and as they ran, they shouted to little Christian to wait for them. But the child was frightened when he heard their voices, and he wouldn't even look around. "Oh, look, the boys are chasing little Christian. They're going to try to make him stop. If they take me back," he thought, "maybe I will never be able to get away again, and I will never find the celestial city."
Is he going that way?
He is going that way. He's trying to get away from the boys. He ran as fast as he could, but he soon began to feel tired because of the burden upon his back. And Obstinate and Pliable were taller and stronger than he was, so before long they overtook him. "Where are you going?" cried Obstinate. "I wonder what you mean by making us run after you this way." "I am going to the king's city," said little Christian. "Won't you come with me?" "Won't you come with me?" Obstinate laughed. "I should think not. What would be the good when we are as happy as possible here at home?" "We should be a great deal happier with the king." "Oh, Ava, listen, Christian is talking about the king's city. It is a beautiful place. Don't worry about it." Then Obstinate laughed. "How many times have I told you your book is full of rubbish? There is not a word of truth. Now, are you coming with us or not?" Obstinate looked very cross, and little Christian's heart began to beat faster and faster, but he answered bravely, "No, I am going to see the king." "Well, you may go then," said Obstinate. "Come on, Pliable. We might have saved ourselves the trouble of running after such a silly little boy. He doesn't know when he is well off." But Pliable stood still. "Don't you laugh at him," he said. "Just supposing—" "Oh, Miriam, I need you to listen, sweetie. Listen, what's going to happen? What do you think the little boys are going to do?" "Well, I'll tell you what the little boys are going to do." Pliable said, "I'm going to go with little Christian to the celestial city and see the king."
Where's the other little boy?
The city? You'll have to see.
Where's the other little boy?
The other little boy went back to the city of destruction. He did not want to follow the king. "Are you sure we can find the city?" asked Pliable. "Yes, for Evangelist told me what to do. We must go to the gate beyond the plain, and the man there will... Ava, he will show us the long ascent. The man is going to show... Ava, look at Mom. Listen for another minute." Pliable did not answer, but he made a few steps forward by the side of little Christian. He had often listened to the words of the strangers, and he thought, "I may as well go as far as the wicket gate and see what the road is like." "I'm not surprised at little Christian," continued Obstinate, "but really, Pliable, you ought to have more sense. Just come back with me, and I won't tell anybody where you're going." Girls, Ava and Miriam, listen. Stop telling each other to be quiet. Ava, look at this. Hey, Ava, what's going to happen to little Christian? What do you think's going to happen?
A bad guy is going to come and take him.
Oh, well, you might be right. You better listen. But Pliable was not very fond of Obstinate, and he thought he would go on the walk with Christian. No, thank you. I'm glad to get rid of you both. And with a mocking smile on his face, Obstinate turned back to the city of destruction. The end.